Most entrepreneurs start their journey with a dream to create freedom, impact, and a life on their own terms. But for many, the harsh reality hits fast. I don't have enough money. Rent's due. Bills pile up. Investments seem out of reach. And the dream, it feels like it's slipping further away. You're told you need capital, that to make money, you need to have money. So you work longer hours, sacrifice weekends, hustle harder, only to end up feeling like you're running on a treadmill going nowhere. If that's you, you're not alone. Most driven, creative people feel stuck because they've been taught to look at wealth through a narrow lens. Numbers in a bank account, funding rounds, or flashy success stories on social media. But deep down, there's a whisper, a quiet voice that says, there's got to be another way. This isn't just about money, it's about what money represents. Freedom, opportunity, the power to create. You're not broken, you're not failing. You've just been missing the strategy that rewires the entire game. Before you give up or burn out, keep watching, because the rules of wealth creation aren't what you think they are. And once you see the truth, you'll never look at your situation the same way again. What if everything you've been taught about money is wrong? What if wealth isn't something you chase, but something you attract by who you become and how you think? Here's the truth. You don't need more money to create wealth. You need a better strategy. And that strategy starts in your mind, not your wallet. Let that sink in for a second. Because the moment you shift your focus from what you lack to what's possible, you begin to unlock doors that money alone could never open. Think about it. How many people have money but still struggle, still feel stuck, still feel like it's never enough? That's because wealth, real wealth, starts with mindset. And when your mind is trapped in scarcity, it doesn't matter how much cash you have, it'll never feel like enough. This is your call to adventure, a challenge to rise beyond the numbers and chase something greater: abundance, freedom, and impact. And to do that, you'll need to unlearn, to question what you've believed about money, success, and self-worth. Because once you realize that wealth is created through creativity, not capital, you'll stop waiting for permission and start playing the game by your own rules. Doubt creeps in like a shadow when you say or think things like, but I've tried that before and it didn't work. What if I fail? What if I'm just not cut out for this? This is the moment every entrepreneur faces, the tug of war between their vision and their fear. And it's easier to stay where it feels familiar, even if that place is struggle, than leap into the unknown. You've probably been told to think positive, to just believe. But belief without strategy is like jumping without a parachute. And strategy without belief is like never jumping at all. You've heard yourself say, I can't afford it. Maybe it's a course, a mentor, a new idea. But what if that phrase is the very cage that's been holding you back? Every time you say it, you reinforce your story, that your limitations are financial, when in truth, they're mental. You don't need money. You need the mindset that creates it. But that voice, the one that whispers, you're not enough, this won't work, it's not you. It's just a story you've been repeating for years. It's time to rewrite that story because the old one is keeping you broke. Enter the mentor. Maybe you felt like you've been pushing alone, without a map, without a guide. But every hero's journey shifts when they meet someone who sees their potential before they do. Someone who's walked the fire, cracked the code, and now holds the flashlight for others. That's where I come in. I've worked with entrepreneurs just like you, driven, passionate, and yet tangled into belief that money is the gatekeeper to success. I've seen what happens when that belief dissolves, when strategy meets soul and creativity becomes capital. Like Matt, the flower seller who built a business by leveraging relationships, not revenue. Or the advisor who drove away in a Mercedes, not by spending $50,000, but by offering $100,000 in value through expertise. These stories aren't fairy tales, they're blueprints. They prove that wealth isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's built for those who dare to think differently. And now you're here, not by accident, but because part of you knows it's time. Time to stop chasing and start creating. This isn't motivation, it's transformation. And your next step begins now, with new eyes, new tools, and a mentor who believes in what you can build. Now it's time to step into the unknown, the place where your old beliefs don't work anymore and your new strategy begins. To cross this threshold, you need a new set of tools. I call them the 4 rules of financial creativity. Rule number 1, get resourceful. Stop asking, what don't I have? And start asking, what can I use? Your skills, your network, your time, they're all currencies. Most people overlook the assets they already possess. Rule number 2, offer more value than cash. If someone's choosing between your offer and cash, make it a no-brainer. Your offer should feel like a win they'd never get from just money. Think beyond the price, think transformation. Rule number 3, solve their problem, not yours. Don't offer what you think is great. Find out what they need. Ask, listen, understand. Value is subjective. And when you match it to their needs, magic happens. Rule number 4, talk to decision makers. Don't waste time pitching the wrong people. Speak to those who can say yes, the ones who see the big picture and are open to creative value. These 4 rules are the bridge between scarcity and strategy. And once you apply them, you'll never be stuck the same way again. This is where theory meets practice. Because knowing the rules is one thing, living them, that's where your transformation begins. Start with a simple exercise. Choose a real scenario in your life, something you want but think you can't afford. Maybe it's rent, a course, a new business tool. Write it down. Now, apply the 4 rules. What resources do you already have? How can you offer more perceived value than cash? What does the other person truly need? Who has the authority to say yes? Get creative. This isn't about what's possible, it's about what's provable. And the only proof is action. Then grab your journal. Start a positive confirmation log. Every time something good, unexpected, or abundant happens, write it down. You'll start to rewire your brain to notice opportunity, not obstacles. Do this for 30 days, just like going to the gym. It's the repetition that builds your wealth muscle. And soon, what felt like a stretch will become your new normal. This is your training ground. It's messy, it's raw, but it's real. And it's where the old story starts to fall apart because you're busy writing a better one. Here's the turning point. The moment you stop thinking about abundance and start feeling it. The oath of abundance isn't just words, it's a ritual, a declaration to the universe, to your subconscious, to every cell in your body that you are ready to receive. But it's not a passive chant, it's an emotional experience. You don't whisper it half asleep in the mirror, you own it with energy, with conviction, with movement. Because when you combine emotion with repetition, your brain rewires, your beliefs reshape, your identity evolves. Say it like you mean it. I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places. Say it until you believe it. Say it until the old doubts fade, until the voice that used to say, I can't afford it, is drowned out by a new one that says, I create value everywhere I go. Do this for 30 days. Track your results. Watch what shifts. not just outside, but inside. Because when you speak abundance with emotion, you don't just attract wealth, you become it. And once you've felt that shift, you'll never go back to who you were. Transformation happens when gratitude becomes a reflex. And that's the power of Arigato money practice, blessing your money with thankfulness as it comes in and as it goes out. It's simple. Every time you receive money, say Arigato. Every time you spend money, say Arigato. Not with fear, not with guilt, but appreciation. Why? Because what you appreciate appreciates. You're not just buying a coffee, you're circulating energy. You're not paying a bill, you're expanding your capacity to receive. When you treat money like a friend, not a threat, it sticks around longer, shows up more often, and brings more friends. Even large expenses, taxes, business costs, unexpected fees, can become opportunities for expansion when paired with appreciation. You begin to see every transaction as a signal to the universe. I trust the flow. This isn't about superstition. It's about shifting your emotional relationship with money from fear to freedom. When you bless your money, you align with abundance. And when abundance becomes your identity, you stop waiting for success to happen and start embodying it now. So the next time you tap your card or check your bank balance, smile, whisper, Arigato. Because in that moment, you're no longer chasing wealth. You are wealth. And that shift, that's the beginning of a whole new story. You've come a long way from questioning if you had enough to realizing you were always more than enough. You now carry something priceless, a new mindset, one that doesn't wait for conditions to be perfect, one that creates opportunity from thin air, one that sees wealth not as a destination, but a way of being. This is your elixir, your gift, and now it's time to bring it back to the world. Share your story, help others rise, lead by example, not by what you earn, but who you become. You never know who needs to hear your voice, your breakthrough, your truth. And if this video spoke to something deep within you, don't keep it to yourself. Like it, share it with someone who needs it, and hit the subscribe button. Tap the bell so you never miss a message that could change everything. When you're ready to take your next step, book your free discovery call. The link is in the description. Let's uncover what's holding you back and map out a path forward together. And to begin right away, unlock the full documentary. It's all waiting for you in the description below. Your transformation starts with one decision. Make it today. Because the life you want, it's not waiting at the finish line. It's created one bold step at a time.